Hey, coach, man, what time is it?
Oh, Slim, you know what time it is. 6 o'clock, straight up and down. It's HomeSpun Sports with Coach John Montgomery. Sports talk with a twist of down-home wisdom. Welcome. We are so glad you are here. Once again, you've tuned in to HomeSpun Sports. It's sports talk with just a twist of down-home wisdom. I'm your host, the coach, John Montgomery, and I'm right here in good old H-Town, Houston, Texas. Way up there in Oklahoma City. My ride or die, my show enough partner, the last P in the show. What's up, Slim? What's up, man?
What's going on, coach? I can't call it. How you doing?
Oh, Slim, I'm great. Ladies and gentlemen, our very special guest, Aeneas Williams, unfortunately could not make tonight's show.
We will make up for it.
We're going to reschedule him. We look for love, no time for tears, because wasted water's all that is, and it don't make no flowers grow.
Good things might come to those who wait, but not to those who wait too late. So, we gotta go for all we know.
So what you say, Slim?
It's just the two of us, coach.
It's just the two of us, partner. It's just the two of us. Let's get this party started, dog.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's time for Slim's Pickings. Take it away, bro.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Congratulations to Dr. Kiki Baker Barnes on becoming the first Black woman commissioner of the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference. Founded in 1981, the GCAC is an NAIA conference composed of HBCUs from Arkansas, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee. Currently, its member schools are Dillard in New Orleans, Louisiana, Fisk in Nashville, Tennessee, Philander Smith in Little Rock, Arkansas, Russ College in Holland Springs, Mississippi, and Tougaloo College in Tougaloo, Mississippi. The GCAC will be expanding its conference with the addition of Oakwood University in Huntsville, Alabama, and Wiley College in Marshall, Texas in the year 2023. Now, the number one way you win in football is affect the quarterback. And Jackson State's own James Houston did plenty of effecting in the 2021 football season. With 16 and a half sacks at 6'1", 244 pounds, James Houston bench pressed 225, 22 reps, and had a 39-inch vertical at Jackson State's Pro Day. Also ran a 4.6 40, y'all. You know, this kid kind of reminds me of Robert Mathis, Indianapolis Colts Robert Mathis made over. Stay tuned, sports fans. And that's Slim's Pickings.
All right now, bro. That's a hell of a job. You know, Slim, that NAIA conference, NAIA sports period, man, I'm grateful for my time in NAIA. 1991, 92, and 93. I was the offensive coordinator at Langston University, which is a HBCU NAIA school. And we had Tony Green, assistant coach, Baylor University, on our show. He cut his teeth in NAIA at Langston University. We also had on Garrett McGee, currently serving as the wide receiver coach at Purdue.
Yes, sir.
Who also honed and nourished his skills at Langston, NAIA. NAIA is grassroots, man. I mean, you ground zero, NAIA. You might have to mow the field, you might have to wash the uniforms.
Now, Coach, now we also did mention Fisk. Big shout out to our pastor, Marcus D. Cosby, in Houston, Texas. Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Pastor Cosby, a Fisk grad. Slim, Holly Springs, Mississippi.
Kobe. Shout out to Kobe Randolph.
Big shout out to your kin folks.
Yes, sir.
Big shout out to Kobe Randolph. Alias Gadsby Randolph.
Alias Gadsby Randolph.
No question, born in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Slim, what about in expansion? They're going to include Oakwood College.
Oakwood University.
Oakwood
University, Huntsville, Alabama, birthplace of your boy. Also, Take Six.
Take
They
Six.
went to Oakwood, Coach.
Oakwood College. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Oakwood College. Brian McKnight. One is like a dream come true. Two, just want to be with you. Three, because we played Tuesday. Well, anyway. Yeah, Oakwood College.
But more than that, Coach, Wiley College in Marshall, Texas. Now, not only do they have that great movie featuring Denzel Washington, The Great Debaters was an epic movie, but we got family ties that go to Wiley College.
Ain't no question about it, Slim. Ain't no question, Slim. Your grandmother, Bertha, my grandmother, Bertha, and Will Hightower.
Mm-hmm.
Doris Montgomery was a Hightower. Your grandmother was a Hightower before she married my dad. Mm-hmm. Bertha and Will Hightower spent a lot of time. My grandfather pastored the church in Marshall, Texas. And Wiley College, they had 7 children, 5 girls, 2 boys.
2 boys.
Every one of them went to Wiley College except Doris Hightower Montgomery. She's the one that went to Prairie View
and met Papa
John Montgomery, and they were married 56 years, no question. But Slim, one more thing about Wiley College.
Yeah.
There was a gentleman who was a pioneer in the civil rights movement, James Farmer.
Yeah.
James Farmer was a very good and dear friend of Doris Montgomery. And so, Wiley College, man, a very, very prestigious school, high academics in Marshall, Texas. That's a hell of a job, Slim. No question.
Now, Coach, we did also mention James Houston and how he kind of reminded you of a an Indianapolis Colts Robert Mathis, excuse me. Who is your favorite edge bender from HBCU into the National Football League?
Well, Slim, I tell you, 2 guys come to my mind. Greg Lloyd, Fort Valley State, Steeler, Fort Valley State University. Could flat bend that edge and sack that quarterback. The other guy, Slim, NFL Hall of Famer, Elvin Bethea from North Carolina A&T.
Okay.
Could Houston Oilers, NFL Hall of Famer, North Carolina A&T. What about you, Slim?
Coach, I'm gonna have to go with David Deacon Jones, who coined the phrase "the sack." All right, South Carolina State in 1958, and then Mississippi Valley State in 1960.
Okay,
I'm talking about two NFL Defensive Player of the Years, 5-time All-Pro, 3-time Second Team All-Pro, 5-time NFL sack leader, part of the All 80s team, 75th anniversary team, 100th anniversary team. Also had his jersey retired by the Los Angeles Rams, number 75, and is also a member of the Professional Hall of Fame, Professional Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Slim, I believe yours top 9.
Look, Coach, we all black. We all came from the same place. Come on now.
Hey, no, partner, let me tell you something. See, here's the thing, Slim. Deacon Jones in his prime
Mhm.
could play in the NFL right now. And there's
Almost
not a
like
lot of those guys, Slim. There's not a lot of those guys who were good players, great players in the 60s that could play now. But Deacon Jones, I'm talking 6'5", 260 pounds. Deacon Jones put his hand in the dirt right now in the NFL. He could play, no
and
question.
can still get it done.
He could still play.
Now,
Yeah.
Coach, as we go to press, women's tournament, we got some hoops we got to talk about, Coach. As we go to press, the ladies, South Carolina Gamecock ladies, 30, 34-22. The UConn Huskies, 30-5. Both teams boast a 30-win season. What's your take?
Well, Slim, you know, Gino Auriemma, 14 straight Final Fours. But as you say, Slim, as we go into press, these two teams are holding sway right now. And Slim, it don't look good for the Huskies of UConn.
The Gamecocks putting a thumping on, Coach.
Don Staley,
They still up by 20.
and them South Carolina Gamecocks whipping up on UConn like they stole a ham from Kroger. It's 64-49 with less than a minute to play. So you can pretty much mark this one in the books.
Yeah. Oh, then it get worse. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Now, Coach, before we get into Monday night, we got to get into last night. Duke and North Carolina. I'm talking about 18 lead changes, Coach. What a hell of a game.
What a game. What a game, Slim. What a game. Man, you know, Slim, the hype, North Carolina, Duke, the hype. But, man, Slim, that game lived up to everything. Like you said, Mildred, 18 lead changes. And, you know, Slim, I'm going to tell you, man, I was wrong. I posted it on my Facebook page that Duke would cut down the nets. And, Slim, if you look back at it, though,
exactly.
Tom Izzo in the Michigan State game, Slim, they were down. They should have got beaten.
They should have lost that one.
They should have lost that game, but they fought back. And Slim, that was only because of the love and the respect and the admiration that was the player to Coach K. Coach K back to the player.
We weren't going to send an old man home tonight.
Slim, to get out of the Elite Eight, they had to fight, shoot 70% against Texas Tech.
That was a defensive team, Coach.
Thank you. So, man, you know, but it was a great run for Coach K, and you know, man, kudos to Hubert Davis, man.
Coach, you know, you're sad to see Coach K go out like that. 5 national titles, 9 title game appearances, and 13 Final Fours. But like you said, shout out to North Carolina, Coach, an 8th seed.
An 8th.
They did come in. North Carolina is an 8th. As prestigious as Michael Jordan and all, they came in this tournament as an 8th seed. 5 8th seeds have been in the national title game since the tournament, Coach. In 1980, the UCLA Bruins were the 8th seed. They lost to Louisville 59-54. In 1985, 8th seeded Villanova. I know you remember that game. When they beat the Georgetown Hoyas 66-64.
Slim, right quick.
You want to talk about Duke having to shoot 70% to get out of Texas Tech.
Slim. True stories. 1985, I'm an assistant at University of Pittsburgh, and me and John Hendrick, who I know you know well, we're roommates, okay? We're both assistants at Pitt, and John and I are roommates. And we got the beer ice cold, and we in front of the tube, go watch the national championship game. And of course, I'm pulling for Patrick Ewing, David Wingate, Reggie Williams, Horace Broadnax, who is the head basketball coach at Savannah State as we speak. Man, I was a Georgetown Hoya. I just knew them Hoyas was gonna win. And to his credit, I never forget, John Hendrick told me, he said, Montgomery, them boys from Philly and Raleigh Massimino and them Villanova Wildcat, them boys from Villanova, they gonna shoot Georgetown out the gym. And Slim, that's just what they did. They shot 70% from the field, Slim. 70%? Are you kidding me?
That is not missing at all, Coach.
So run down the rest of that list. Who else? AC.
In 2014, Kentucky lost to Connecticut 54-60, and now in 2022, North Carolina Tar Heels again, the 8th seed, are going to take on Kansas, the 1 seed.
Yeah.
What you think?
Man. Slim, I think I'm pulling for Hubert. I'm pulling for Hubert Davis, man. First year guy takes his team to the finals. And so you got to tip your hat to Hubert Davis for that, man. Because I'm going to tell you something, Slam. You know, Kansas is a 1 seed. North Carolina is going in this as an 8 seed. And Slim, there were some times this past basketball season that North Carolina didn't even look like a 8th seed.
Coach, there were times in this tournament where Kansas didn't look like a 1 seed.
Well, okay. Well, I tell you what, Slim, we gonna chop it up next Sunday over this.
I'm taking the underdog because I'm a big fan of Caleb Love, Coach. I think he's one of the best point guards in this upcoming draft. But I think North Carolina wins.
You taking the Tar Heels?
I'm taking the Tar Heels, Coach.
Oh, okay. Well, me and you in agreement on that. All right. Me and you in agreement on that.
All right, now in the NFL, we are 2 weeks away from OTAs, organized training activities. First of all, I want to say big shout out to Todd Bowles for his new positioning as the head football coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Congratulations, Coach Todd Bowles. You more than deserve this.
Man, you know, Slim, Genesis 8th chapter, verse 22.
Yes, sir.
As long as the earth endures,
there'll always be seed,
time,
and harvest.
Then harvest.
Yeah.
Slim, it's 1997. I'm the offensive coordinator at Morehouse College, working for Douglas Lee Williams, defensive coordinator at Morehouse College, Todd Bowles. And I'm gonna tell you something, Slim. I'm gonna tell you something, partner. I've been blessed to be in the war room with some bright
top
defensive minds.
Coach. Yeah.
Rex Ryan, R.C. Slocum, Wink Martindale. Let me tell you something, partner. Todd Bowles ain't gonna take a back seat to none of them cats. Partner, let me tell you something, partner. Todd Bowles can flat X and O. And I'm tell you something, Slim. It's one thing to put it on the board. Todd Bowles can take it to the grass.
Yeah.
And so, I tell you what, Slim, but I think another thing, it warms my heart to think about this, because, Slim, we're in Atlanta in 1997. Slim, you learned to talk in Atlanta, Georgia. You did. And your mom and Andrea would bring you up to the football office, and you just starting to walk and talk.
Yeah.
And you'd see him, and you'd say,
Tabos. And he'd always say, Millie Mill.
Yeah.
Millie Mill.
That's what he calls you. Millie Mill. Millie Mill. Yeah, man. Yeah.
But no, Coach. Like I said, we 2 weeks away from organized training activities. And Bruce Arians just hangs it up. Well, not officially hangs it up. He moves up in the organization, but you normally lose your job at the end of the season.
Yeah,
not in the beginning.
Yeah,
it's kind of a head scratcher.
Yeah, and certainly Bruce knew he wasn't gonna get fired. He won a Super Bowl year before, got a 1 game from the NFC Championship this past season,
and Tom Brady coming back.
So, and Slim, the timing of it. Here's what that was all about. Understand, first and foremost, Todd and Bruce Arians have a history. Okay.
Yeah.
Todd played for Bruce Arians at Temple.
He was a safety.
Yeah, absolutely. And hats off to Bruce Arians. Number one, for his diversification on his staff. You know,
currently, Coach, 12 African Americans, assistants, and
on his staff.
On his staff, Coach, 12, and 1 woman.
Slim. Bruce Arians, when he was head coach, Todd Bowles, African American. Byron Leftwich, offensive coordinator, African American. Keith Armstrong, defensive coordinator, African American. And But the timing of this, you know, had Bruce walked away at the end of the season, the Glazer family could have opened it up for interviews and all these other people coming in. But Bruce was smart. He knew he was gonna quit. He knew he was gonna quit. But you quit now, like you said, Slim. 2 weeks from OTAs. That was to position his friend, who is certainly most deserving and well
overqualified
to handle it. He's well able to handle it, no question. And I'm peacock proud for Todd Bowles, no question.
Now I want to go back to the OTAs one more time, Coach. Like we said, 2 weeks away. Baker Mayfield still is not employed.
Yes, Slim. Baker ain't got no job yet. But I tell you what, Mildred, I got three landing spots, career jumpstart spots for Baker Mayfield. 3.
Okay. What's number 1?
The first one would be the New York Giants.
Well, Sir Daniel.
The New York Giants, no question. They took Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones
was the 6th pick in the it was the 6th pick in the first round of the 2019 draft.
Absolutely. Now bless his little heart. The poor fella done had 4 different offensive coordinators in the last 4
years.
And then, thank you. Now, the other thing, Slim, that boy has taken a beating. Mildred, it's a wonder that poor man is not in concussion protocol as we speak.
He ain't got CT, Coach. That's crazy.
Slim. See, Nate Solder, who was a decent left tackle coming out of Colorado, the same man who coached you and signed you at Tulsa, Denver Johnson.
Coach Johnson.
Denver Johnson coached Nate Solder at Colorado. Well, Nate Solder goes to New England, has a pretty decent career, signs a free agency contract, got that money, got paid,
and got satisfied.
But Slim, thank you. He was a total flop in New York. Mildred, like to got that boy Daniel Jones killed. Serious business. He took a beating in New York. But that would be a great place for Baker Mayfield, because going into this 2022 season, it's a short leash for Daniel Jones. No question.
Yeah. So where's the next place, Coach?
The next place that I would, if I'm his agent, if I'm Baker Mayfield's agent, I'm taking a long look at Detroit. Absolutely.
Okay. With Jared Goff. Okay.
Yep.
Jared Goff was taken with the second. He was the first player taken in the 2013 draft, Coach.
Absolutely. The first pick, and he ain't done diddly squat. See, here's the deal, Slim. Let's go back to Super Bowl 53.
13-3, Coach.
Mildred, Super Bowl 53. If you're the Los Angeles Rams, and if you ever had an opportunity to snatch a Super Bowl win, it was that Sunday, because they caught Tom Brady and the New England Patriots on a Sunday, when they could only manufacture 13 points. But hey, Slim,
that's a slow Sunday, Coach.
Hey, but that's all they needed, because Jared Goff and the Rams couldn't put up but 3 points. Okay?
Yeah, after
and Slim, Sean McVay saw that, and he said, "Oh, no, baby, you got to get out of here, dog, because I hang around with you, I'm gonna get fired."
Yep.
So he went out and took 33-year-old Matt Stafford.
And got it done.
Hey, he gambled. He shot the dice.
He got it done.
But he rolled sevens.
Yeah.
He shot the dice and he rolled sevens on Matt Stafford, and he got that ring. Okay? But Slim, if you're sitting there, let me ask you this question. If you're sitting there with the second pick in this year's draft, and ain't no question, Malik Willis is the best quarterback on the board.
Absolutely.
You're going to see it the closer we get to Thursday night, the 28th of April, you're going to see it. Let me ask you this, Slim. If you're sitting there with the second pick in the draft, You taking Malik Willis? Do you like him that much? If you got Jared Goff as your quarterback?
Coach, if I was Detroit, I'm trading down. I'm trading down, and I'm telling you who I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call Cincinnati.
Speak, boy. Preach, Reverend.
This is what I'm telling. I'm like, look, y'all have a righty with no left tackle at all, Coach. As a matter of fact, let me run a stat by you because, as we say on the show, people lie and numbers don't. Joe Burrow made it to the Super Bowl and was sacked 70 times.
How many?
That's the third 70 times, Coach. That's the third most in NFL history, and he made it to the NFL, and he made it to the Super Bowl.
Listen, and Milton, you spot on correct. Let me tell you something, bro. That might have been the most truest thing, for want of a better word. You said since we've been doing this show, you dadgum Skippy. If I'm Detroit, since you stuck with Jared Goff, that'd be the first person I call. Because let me tell you something. That boy from NC State, Ike Ekwuno, I think his name, the big left tackle from NC State.
Yep.
The Evan Neal
from Alabama.
Other tackle from Alabama. And that other one that can flat get after it is that boy Charles Cross from Mississippi State.
Yes,
any way you shake it up, one of them three gonna be the first tackle,
either one or two,
and all three of them gonna be gone before
10,
before 7 picks.
I say 7, yeah, before the 7th, most definitely.
Yeah.
But now, Coach, what's the third place?
All right, the last place that I would be trying to find Baker Mayfield a home would be Miami.
I mean, look, Coach, with all the weapons that they got there, because first of all, Tua was taken 5th in the 2020 draft, and out of the 33 games that he's played, he's only started 21 of them. Yeah, he's only started 21 of them. He can't stay healthy.
Yeah, and Slim, let me tell you, man. Anytime you take a guy that high with the 5th pick in the first round, and he been on your roster for 33 games, and he ain't played but 21. And oh, by the way, he ain't played real good in them 21.
Exactly.
So I would definitely be looking to find a home for Baker in one of them 3 spots. New York,
me personally, Coach.
Or
me personally, if I was Baker Mayfield's agent, I'd be pushing more towards Miami.
Okay.
Because look at the help you got. You got Jason Waddle, you got Tyreek Hill, Devontae Parker, Cedric Wilson, and you just acquired Teron Armstead.
Yeah. The best left tackle in free agency.
Yeah,
no question. And Slim, I'll tell you, man, here's the deal. 2021 season, Miami got off to a 1-4 start. Mildred, they can't do that this year.
Nope.
That cannot happen.
That was part of the reason that got Brian Flores kicked out of Miami.
That was the first thing.
He told him, he's like, look, we cannot win with Tua.
Yeah. That was the genesis of the issues between Brian Flores and the front office with Miami. No question about it, Slim. And I'm going to tell you something, partner. I will guarantee you this. If they start off the 2022 season like they did the 2021 season, 1-4, homeboy. Hey, Slim. What did Steve Harvey say on the Kings of Comedy about the Titanic?
Cool and the gang would have been unplugged and shit.
Man, let's get the
partner, let me tell you something. If Miami start off 1-4, they gonna be unplugged. They gonna pull the plug on Tua Tagovailoa with this crew, with this cast that they've put around him. Partner, I guarantee you.
Most definitely. Yeah. Look, Coach, it was a pleasure being in the studio with you again. Man, I love to get back to this personal feel, man. We got to do this more often, Coach.
Yeah, we got to do it again. Man, let me tell you something about it. This is how we started off, dog. This is how we started off, just me and you, man. And Slim, I want you to know, dog, I had a ball. Yeah, man, and man, we got to run it back and do this again, bro. No question.
Oh, most definitely. Tell Mama I love her, all right?
I'll do it, partner. Give my love to everybody back in good old Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
I will do, Coach.
Uh-huh.
See you.
All right. And finally, goodbye, Coach K. Saturday night's loss to the North Carolina Tar Heels, 81-77, marked an end to a 42-year run as head basketball coach of the Duke University basketball program. And in the class manner that he has always been, Mike Krzyzewski at his press conference first congratulated Hubert Davis and the North Carolina Tar Heels. And then when asked about putting his career in perspective, his quick response, not now. This is not the time for that. This time is about my players. And that's how you keep a job for 42 years. And hey, that's how I see it. 6 o'clock, straight up and down.
Hey, that's how we see it, and that's how it is.
Yes, sir.
Thank God.
Thank God.
We get to do this again.
Thank God.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of Homespun Sports. Sports talk with a twist of down home wisdom. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch this episode on YouTube and on Spotify and iHeartRadio for your listening and viewing pleasure. Make sure you hit that bell to stay notified to all of our videos. They're all personal, they're all live and for you, and it's all for real. Like I said, stay up to date so you don't miss a single thing when we drop one of our episodes for y'all. Hey, Coach.
Hey, man.
Let's go ahead and get up out of here like we can.
Hey, bro. Just the two of us. What he said.